Okay, hi everyone. So this is just a short tutorial to show you how to do exercise 3 in translating GPS spatial data from a CSV file into Blender as a series of shapes, with each shape representing an XYZ coordinate from your GPS data. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is, if we go back to our spatial practices document, I have all of these steps already described, but I'll just walk you through them. So the first is to record some spatial data on your phone, and I recommended a few apps here and in our spatial practices document, our spatial practices Moodle for iPhone and Android. So once you make some GPS data using the app, you should be able to download either a Gpx file or a KML file. So when I download the KML file here, I downloaded it before. I'll show you what it looks like. If I open it in my text editor, just so I can see the data itself, you'll see that when it finally opens, okay, you'll see that we have a bunch of information here that we don't really need. What we really want is just this coordinate data. So if we were to take this into Google Docs, I select it up the top. Now I'm just going to shift and left click to get all of it, and I will copy that data. Now we'll take it into our next step, which said to use this spreadsheet in Google Drive. So I'll show you that now. So the spreadsheet I made for you in Google Drive has a series of formulas. And what these formulas do is they convert this information, which is longitude and latitude. You can tell because all of the numbers are almost exactly the same. 114 with some few decimal points and 22 with decimal points. It converts these into meters. So you can see in column C, that's our height above sea level. So that's already in meters, so that's good. Let's close this window here. Okay, so I'm going to delete all of these 3 columns. We can go edit, delete values. Now I'm going to paste in here, but we'll have to do a bit of a special little paste. So in any spreadsheet program like Excel or Google Sheets, if you click at the top of a sheet on any of the row headers, like if I click A, it gives me the whole column, and I'm going to paste. But what it's done, it's pasted all 3 values of each line in the one column, and we actually want to separate them out. And we want to separate them according to every time there's a comma, because this is what's called a comma separated values format. So after we paste, there's this little floating window that's paste formatting. So if I click on that, I'll say split texts to columns, and it will give us some options, and we should be able to select comma. The separator, okay, it's detected automatically, and it's detected the comma correctly. So we could probably click this and look for comma, but that's good. So that's given us already what we want. So now we've got our data here. Now I'll quickly show you, for using the Gpx file, it's a slightly different process. Basically you download this file, and then you can just convert it using, I think I put in a website here, mygeodata.cloud. And basically that will allow you to convert your Gpx file into a CSV, and eventually you'll end up with the same thing. You'll end up with these 3 columns of data, and then with these 3 columns you can paste them into the spreadsheet here. So all you need to really end up with is the student spreadsheet with your information here. And then what that's going to do is, using these various formulas, it's converting your longitude, latitude data into meters, which is what we need for Blender. Okay, so we won't use the have assigned formula. We're just going to use the X and Y formulas here. So we're going to make a new sheet. So on the bottom left-hand corner, I'm going to add sheet. And then I'll go back to sheet 1. And I want to copy this data here. So this is our X. So this is a converted version of this. So I'm going to copy this whole column, copy, and then I'll go to sheet 3, and I will paste, but I'm going to paste special, and I want to paste values only, because I don't want to keep the formulas or anything like that. I just want to keep the numbers that have been converted from the formulas. Okay. So then I'll go back to sheet 1, and I'll do the same for Y. So I'll grab this column, right click, copy, and then I'll go to sheet 3. And here I'll do the same thing again, right click, paste special, paste values only. And then I'll go back to sheet 1, and this time I'm just going to grab all of these heights, and I can copy these normally because we haven't done any changes to column C. Column C was already in meters above sea level, so meters is what we wanted. So go back to sheet 3, and I'll right click, and I can just do a regular paste. And just the way that the previous spreadsheet was formatted, we kind of lost 2 values up here, so I'm just going to delete our first point. It doesn't really matter. So now we should have all of our values here. Now some of you noted in class that sometimes if you go down your spreadsheet, some of you were running out of it stopped converting after a certain point. There's an easy way to fix that. You just need to paste this formula further down. So if I grab this, copy it, and then I just select all of these cells again, I can just paste it and it will go further down. And hopefully that's all still fine. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so some of you had that problem. Hopefully that solves it. Okay, anyway, let's go back to sheet 3. Sheet 3 is now what we want to download because this is our perfect spatial data. So we're going to go File, Download, and we're going to download a CSV sheet, comma separated values. And download it, and it's going to go probably to my downloads folder. And I'm just going to copy this file, and I'm going to put it in my spatial practices folder because that's exactly what we want things to do. So my teaching folder, spatial practice folder, media, where are we? GPS data, and I'll just paste it there. And you can see I did this once before. All right, so and maybe I should even give it a name. Instead of student spreadsheet sheet 3, I'll go PN exercise, can I spell? Exercise 3 version 2. That'll do. Okay, and on a Mac, I've made my path names visible. I've gone show path bar. So down here I can see my path. So I'm just going to right click this and copy as path name. Then all I have to do is go into Blender, and in the path section of our Python script, I just need to replace this with the CSV we've just made. So I'll delete this and just hit paste. So now that should be correct. And I'll just hover over the old stuff I had. I'll hit A to select all and X to delete it because we're going to make some new shapes. So I'll just delete that. Now my computer's always a little slow when I'm screen recording. Okay, so here's my space, and now I'm going to run the Python script again, and hopefully we should get all of our GPS data visualized as shapes. So to run it, we just click the play button here. So, it's going to take a little while to think about it, and because I'm screen recording, hopefully it doesn't take a long while to think about it. And if you held your GPS recording for a really long time, this might also take a really long time. So either, either don't record your GPS data for too long, even 10 minutes, you might get something interesting. But I certainly don't recommend recording for like 5 hours. But then it's just patience. So we'll just wait for this to execute. Okay, and so that's done. Let's just have a look. Okay, so there's your data there. All right, guys, so that should be enough, and now you can have a play with it. All right, thanks everyone. Bye.